Alright, we are live, guys. What is going on? My name is Brando Olinik, and today, in this video, right here, right now, I'm going to talk about something that I've actually talked about before in other videos, but for whatever reason, this is a question that tends to pop up, and I've had this question before personally myself, and that is, how do you actually maintain going to college, maintain going to school, university, once you're out of high school, and how do you live on your own? Like, how do you actually be independent without having a roommate, without having someone else living with you? You're just independent. It's yourself. You're not rooming or dorming with anyone else, and actually afford to go to school. And the reality is there's so many ways to go about this. Most people, including my friends, and you know, I had the option to do this too, is where your parents, okay, are taking on your school debt, so they're paying for your college, which, you know, if you're in a dorm, I mean, they're going to be paying your rent there, they're paying everything, and then you can actually, you know, be independent. But if you're in a dorm, you're typically obviously with someone else. But some parents, due to your situation or some people's situations, will find an apartment either on campus or off of campus or close to it, and they will pay for it. So if you are in a family where you have family that is paying for it, then you can obviously be independent, but that's probably not the majority of people. So what do you do if you fall into my category, where you don't have your parents paying for your college, and they're not paying for, you know, apartment or rent or any of that stuff? How can you actually afford to live independent without a roommate or a dorm mate? And the reality is, what you can do is you can get a side job, all right? And I know everyone's like, oh, Brando, come on. No, I don't want to get a side job. How am I going to get a side job if I'm going to school? Well, you can get side jobs that are on campus or close to your apartment, all right? What I would actually encourage you guys doing is, if you're in the States, go to like Zillow.com. I'm not affiliated with them. It's not a sponsored video. But you can go to Zillow.com, which gives you an estimate of apartments and homes that are for rent. If you're in Canada, you can use Kijiji, and you can see what homes are for rent or apartments are for rent. That way, before you go to college or university, or if you are currently going there, at least you can get an idea of places that are close to your college or university that you can afford. All right, anything, you know, $1,500 and under is fantastic, and you can find jobs that will pay you decent. All right, so if you want to go out, find a job on campus is probably the best tip I could give you. All right, because if it's on campus, that means you don't have to go travel across the city or catch a bus somewhere else to work and then come back home, if that makes sense. And another tip I would give you guys is leverage yourself. If you don't want to go get a job because you're scared that, you know, having a boss is going to dictate to you more time focusing on work rather than school, then look at doing things online. I mean, there's social media, there's things you can leverage through the internet. And as a millennial, okay, if you're not leveraging that to your ability, or even somebody who's older watching this video, you, my friend, are missing out on extra side income you could be putting towards rent. You could be putting towards savings while you're actually going to school, and you could be putting towards paying off debts while you're going to school as well. And what do I mean by that? I mean, you could create a following, you could create a social media account through YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram, picking one of them, and just start creating content, and then start throwing up ads on there and make money off of ad share revenue. Okay, you see a lot of people do this. You could do like affiliate marketing, selling products and services through the internet to generate a side income, other products and services other people created, so you don't have to create it, and you can get paid a commission. All right, very lucrative roads you can go down, and those are just some tips for you. But the reason why I share that with you is because if you want to be independent and go to school, okay, you have to make sure that you're making enough to actually be independent if you don't want a roommate or a dorm mate. Does that make sense? I hope so. So those are my tips, guys. I really, really hope you enjoyed this conversational video. And yeah, ultimately, like, go pick out places, go eyeball places on these sites like Zillow, Kijiji, and see what places you can afford. Set a budget for yourself, all right? You don't have to limit yourself tremendously, but set a budget for yourself. $1,500 a month you're going to pay for rent, or $2,000 a month you're going to pay for rent. Usually $1,500 is on average. And then look at, you know, places you're willing to work, places that are hiring. If you don't like those places, start looking online. Look at social media. What do you enjoy doing? Do you like playing video games? Create a YouTube gaming channel and start playing video games on there, or on Twitch, and then you can create a following that way. Do you enjoy blogging, all right, or writing up articles? Create a blog post and create a following. That way, when you start creating that content, you can put ads on that content, and you can make money from people seeing the advertisements on your blog post, on your YouTube videos. That's how some people make money. Or if you don't want to take that road, you could resell other people's products and services. I mean, there's so many roads you can travel down, and ultimately having a little bit extra side income is what's going to allow you to realistically do this without stressing your shit. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did putting it together for you. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and before I go, like I do in all my videos, this is my plug. If you guys are interested in finding out more information about myself and my story and how I was able to go from, working 40 hours a week at Red Lobster, broke, busted, disgusted back in 2014 to in 5 months after that, alright, it was like April 2014 to September 2014, I was able to create a full-time internet income online, being a full-time internet entrepreneur, firing my boss, having time freedom to do what I want to do when I want to do it. It didn't come easy, alright, it wasn't overnight, it took me 5 months, but if you want to find out more about how I was able to do that and how you can too, to be more independent, to be more financially flexible, then I'll put a link down below to my website. It's right down there. It's 123marketingtips.com. Go check it out if you want, but other than that, guys, I am out. Peace.